Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream here at my YouTube channel. Welcome to everyone who's in the chat right now. In fact, those in the chat are going to control a lot of what is happening today. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are watching the edited version after the fact, I'll go ahead and skip over all of the voting and all that, but we'll catch up right when we have all the decisions made, and then we'll get into the card and envelope for today. Push these aside. We've got our ink colors up here. And I'm just going to do a really basic stenciling on 5x7 cardstock. Waffle Flower Grip Mat. Let's try one today. Okay, so it's just like grippy. It's going to hold the paper really well. And it will also hold our stencil, which is nice. So you can press the stencil down. Oh yeah, that is not moving. That's great. Okay, all right, Waffle Flower. Let's get some blending. Let's do some blending. So, peel this up quickly. My first thoughts on this, what was it called? A grip mat? Grip mat, yeah. Love it. Love it so much. Okay, and then you can just use like whatever you would use to clean off your stamps to clean it off, which I think is amazing. So first of all, there's my little background, which I love. I love it so much. I was thinking of doing just high there and maybe in gold embossing. Well, first of all, I'm going to cut this down because I want to get rid of this right here and this right here. So let's use our A7 layers. We're just going to cut this down. I'm going to try to, that looks pretty good. Cut it just exactly like that. I'll run it through my die cut machine. The die's moved. That's okay. We will make it work. Okay. So now, I'm not even going to use the little frame that it cut. Instead, I want to mount it onto my card like this and have both of these on dimensional adhesive. And then they'll just have like a little white shadow border, which what would it look like if I turned it upside down? No, 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 we're doing it like that. Okay, so before I start assembling my card, I'm gonna stamp my greetings, or greeting. Let's do hi there. Alrighty. Just going to prep the area with an anti-static powder tool, even though I am die cutting it, so it's not a huge deal if some embossing powder gets kind of around it. Using some Versamark ink. I guess I could do black cardstock with a gold greeting as well. That would be awesome. But I think it needs the white to really like kind of match with the white that's going to show through that gap in the cutting. The large greeting is going to be white cardstock with gold embossing. Yeah, that's going to look great. Okay. Hi there, how have you been? I think that would be great. But maybe I'll do the how have you been on black, just because I think that'd be be nice to have kind of a mix. So I'm going to grab a little bit of black cardstock. Put that in my MISTI right there. And then I can cut this out after I have it stamped and embossed. Do a little bit of that anti-static powder again. It's especially important on this one since the words are so tiny. And then back to Versamark. And the words are so small, so I'm going to make sure I just barely put a little bit of pressure down. We'll use some more of that gold. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice and crisp. So if you have powder hanging out after, what I do is make sure your embossing powder has had a chance to cool. You can kind of feel the back, know when it's cool, and then just use a microfiber cloth. And you can really go in there and rub over the top, and it takes away all of the powder that might be hanging around. Cut this out. All right, so if you don't have a die for a big reading like this, I really suggest doing this, which is use a pencil and like sketch out exactly how you want to cut it out, because then it'll give you a really good guide and you'll get a much better result. Okay, my smaller ruler, and I'll use my X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to cut this little smaller greeting out. So the tip that I always share when it comes to using a craft knife is light pressure, multiple cuts, and it just gives you so much more control over what's happening. And because you're not using a ton of pressure, if something happens, most likely you won't cut yourself, you know, like it's just a safer way to cut, I think. Okay. And then I can just cut those ends. Do it as if I was making it a shaker card. I think that's going to make it even easier. So I'm going to put the front piece face down in my MISTI. Okay, I want that green up at the top. Okay, so face down in my MISTI, down into that corner. I'm going to take my card, make sure it's, you know, this is the front, so it's going to go face down. And then I'm just going to put that right down into that corner and press down, and then it will be adhered perfectly on my card front. Reassemble my MISTI, and now I'm going to do foam adhesive on this piece. All right, and then I'm just going to try to get it kind of centered within the area. It's not going to be perfect. Remember how my dies moved? Yeah, that's why it's not looking exactly perfect, but close enough. And we'll just place this right here. Ta-da! Okay, so you could put some sequins, whatever, you know, if I just want to move it down. I'm being very picky today. That's okay. It's all good. Okay, so let's do a quick envelope that goes along with this. And I have all of my gel pens nearby, so I can sort of have an idea of what I want to do. Well, for one thing, let's put the postage stamps up here so I know how much space I've got to work with. Just draw a little line there. And I'm actually going to kind of, hi Sophie. Now Sophie is getting all meowy. I just kind of want to get an idea of spacing. Okay. So about like right there. Okay. And I think I also want to draw a line for the top of the letters. Okay, now I can move that over there. Okay, so the main idea that I got behind this was I was looking at an envelope I did a long time ago on Instagram. It's actually from my friend Mariah. And I loved it so much that I was like, I want to like do that style again. And it oddly, it was on this same color envelope, which is hilarious. But I'm going to find that so you can kind of see where I'm going with this kind of lettering style. Here we go. Right here. So you can see how it's like white letters and then it's got a light pink and then like a brighter yellow. I think I could do that like for her name. Now it looks like with Mariah's I actually like staggered the letters, which is kind of fun. This isn't going to be staggered, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to grab my white gel pen. Here we go. Here is the finished card and envelope for today. Super fun and so colorful, all based on the colors in these postage stamps. I think it turned out so fun. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll be back later this week with some more card inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.